Maybe I'm just like showing how type A and kind of crazy I am. Potentially. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm super excited because it is the time of the year for a new planner. And mine just came in the mail yesterday, and so I'm going to show you what I do when I get a new planner. I order from Plum Paper Planners. Now I have ordered for them for the last 3. This is my 4th planner from them, and I absolutely love them. I have considered buying planners from other places before. Sometimes I even like go in and like pick everything out, and I just always go back to these because you can completely customize them. They have tons of different options. Every year that I've gotten one, it has been a little bit different, just based on different seasons of life. This is the very first one that I got, and it actually finished out 2019 and went into 2020. That is why it is ginormous. I also added different things in the back. Like there's like a My Home section of this one where you put like your utilities and like cleaning schedules and all that jazz. And I also did a meals one, which I didn't end up using at the time. 2020 obviously was a little bit of an odd year, and so there's things that I had originally planned to do that I didn't. This one I did a really big, like, it's actually the same style as I did this year, but anyways, I'm not going to dig into all the old ones unless that's something that you guys want me to do someday. This is the only one I've ever ordered from them that is already spiralized. So you will notice there's no binding or anything on the new one. But one thing that I missed, or one thing that I didn't like about this, is I realized throughout the year that there were times that I wished that I could like throw to-do lists and stuff in there. And so I got the bright idea to not get them bound. And what I do is I hole punch them myself with these little things that I got on Amazon. They're just dual 3-ring binder things because I do punch it like an A5 planner. And I do that so, like I said, I can open it, I can take things out, I can put things in throughout the year, and that's just really been working really well for me. Plus, I actually like the way that it looks a lot better than a regular spiral. They do have different color spirals now. They just released the gold spiral. They also just released hardcover planners, and I honestly had all of that picked out. I was going to do a hardcover planner with a gold spiral, and I just couldn't do it, quite frankly, because part of why I like these is because they're really easy to take with you wherever you go. I just throw this into my bag all the time, and the fact that it's flexible means that I can fit it in my purse when I'm jam-packed with all the other things that I have. So I knew that if I had a hardcover with the big spiral, it wouldn't be as easy to take it with me. And like I said, I take it everywhere I go, and I really do put these through. Like, this actually just broke like 2 weeks ago. And actually that is the first time that I've had that happen. So these, I guess this one was cracked a little bit, but the front was completely fine. And so these are really durable. Just know, like, I put my planners through the ringer. But I actually have sized up. So the second one that I got was a regular A5. I now go to a 5x7 size because in some of the layouts, actually in this layout specifically, that gave you an extra section at the bottom. So like I said, I have been kind of changing these over the years to figure out what I like the best. Oh my gosh, this is so exciting. So this year I did a floral, like in person, it's like a sage green / gray. I think it's picking up okay. Did not do the hardcover again. And I did the same as the first one I showed you on the inside. So this is called the Me Planner, and basically it's a weekly view. It'll be easier once I put it together. But it's a weekly view. So this is the second half of the week. So the week goes on 2 pages like this. The days of the week are across the top. And then these are categories that I assigned myself. I also named these myself. So the reason that I switched, it was actually really hard for me to decide what planner I wanted because I really liked the one that I used this year. And this year, some more candy. Can you wait just a second? Okay, hold on. I have to find a page that you guys can look at because I have my work stuff on here. Okay, here's one that's actually blank because it was the end of, it went into a different month. But I just had different categories for meetings, appointments, and then this I left blank because I didn't want it to be structured. So I put like, usually I would do just my work stuff, but if I had a busy day where I was doing not work stuff, I would actually just highlight a line and do like work at the top, work at the bottom, or work at the top, home at the bottom. But I just didn't want to be, I didn't want it to be super structured this year. Again, the reason that I went to the next size up is because it gave me this extra box, and this is solely dedicated to Small Town Envy YouTube type stuff, and I really liked that. I also named this meals. I do Monday through Sunday, and I only write dinner. And then on this side there is just a blank, which I ended up not using, and then a habit tracker, which I really enjoyed. So that said, going into this year, it was really hard for me because the one thing that I thought that this style was missing was a weekly to-do list. And so I really wanted that because a lot of times on Monday, especially with like my job, I don't know what day I'm going to get to what. It's just, I know that that needs to get done that week. So that was just really what was missing from this style. And I know that I can go in and put in, which I did a lot. I just stuck in to-do lists all the time, but I wanted one every week. And so it wasn't super practical to every single week be putting in a to-do list. So there is not a version of the same column design that has a to-do list or a place where you can put a to-do list unless I put it in that area where I had my meals, and that wasn't organized and big enough for me. So this style has a blank section over here, and so I just titled this to do, and then this down here below is meals. Now the reason that I didn't want to switch is because, like I said, I loved that habit tracker. I used it probably more regularly than I used the days, which is saying a lot because I use the days basically every day with a few exceptions. But I was willing to give that up because with this style planner, I was able to just label this last category habits. And so I plan to track it that way. But I did go through and I did appointments and meetings, and then I actually did 2 sections for my job. I knew that one section would not be enough for most days, and this will actually work really well. I was going to do like AM work, PM work, because that is a lot of times how I will structure my day. But there are also times when I wasn't going to want it like that, and I was going to put project numbers here and then like a short to-do list here. I couldn't decide which way I was going to use it, so I just left it both as work. That way it's not labeled, because I'm really weird. Like if it's labeled for one thing, I don't use it for something else. So I left it basic work so that I didn't have to worry about that, because like I said, I don't know how I'm going to do that yet. This is my personal category, so this will be anything that I want to do around the house or things that I want to do, because I do put all appointments here, whether they're work or personal. They all go in this box. So this will all just be stuff that I want to do around the house. I have a Small Town Envy, and then again the habits section, and there is not any boxes on the other side. It is just the weekly view. So we're going to see how much I like this. I am a little concerned because I liked the one that I used for this year. I like it so much. Like I said, if I could have added a to-do list to that one, I wouldn't have switched anything. It would have been exactly the same. So I am curious to see if I end up missing that style. The other thing that I added is at the end of every month, I added 2 sheets of blank paper. That is because we have been going to more in-person meetings, And I have been taking notes in my planner instead of taking a separate like work notebook, because I just like everything. I like the idea of everything being in one place. And right now, like, I carry this and I carry this for work. And so the idea of just having it all together sounds fantastic. So I added those at the end of every month. There is also a monthly calendar view at the beginning of each month, along with one single. So it has one page at the beginning of the month, and then it has 2 pages at the end of the month of just blank lined paper. Again, that's things that you can customize. There's also a lot of different things that you can add to the end of each month or the end of the planner, and that includes grocery list boxes, house cleaning boxes, basically anything you can think of, you can add it, and you can either do it spread out or at the very end. So one thing that I did do this year that is different from one thing that I did for this upcoming year that I didn't do for this year. Also, I forgot to mention, on each tab, monthly tab, there's like an overall view where you can put birthdays and stuff. Another thing that I just really like about Plum Paper Planners. Okay, so one thing that I got this year that I didn't get last year, because I'm curious to see if I use it, is I did get the My Home tab that I got in the very first one that I ordered from them. And this again has like your utilities, but then it has, the main reason I wanted it was for this home maintenance. That might be backwards for you. This home maintenance page, because it does like things that you want to do in each season. You can list them all out, and I just think that that's really cool. So it also has like different like laundry tips to get stains out. It has project lists for throughout the year. It has shopping list items that you want to get. So I really think that I'm going to utilize this a lot. And so I am excited to try that. All of that said, now I am going to show you basically how I put this together. So it's super easy. So all I do is I have this A5 hole punch, and I literally just take sections. And yeah, it takes some time that I wouldn't have to take if I got it pre-punched. But like I said, the fact that if I get something that I just want to throw in here, I can do that. Plus, I really like the look of it. So I am going to go in and punch these, and then I will show you the end result. One thing to mention is when you get it like this, they do put all of the tabs at the end. So when you bind it all together, you do have to place these yourself. So yeah, they all come with one folder. I live by these. I remember my first year out of college, I was like, okay, well, now that I'm done with school, like, I don't need a planner anymore. And like, I immediately realized that, I don't know if it was because I had been using a planner for so long, because I started using planners like in middle school. And I don't know if that's just like how my brain is trained at this point. I don't know, but I just can't. And I've tried doing it online. Like, I also keep a Google Calendar. And on my Google Calendar, I time block. Maybe I'm just like showing how type A and kind of crazy I am. Potentially. Because like, it's a lot of the same things. Like, this is more of like, it's organized, but it's sloppy. It's like, okay, like my to-do list is to send this email to so-and-so and blah, blah, blah. Whereas like at work, it's like, or on my Google Calendar, it's like 7 to 3 are my work hours, with like my Teams meetings like are auto linked in there. Like, I just put time blocking things, and this is like what I do during those time blocks. And I try to do like, I try like task lists in Google Calendar. Sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't. But this, like pen and paper, like I just can't. It's like books. Like, I have a Kindle, and I never use it. Like literally I couldn't even tell you. I've had it for probably 10 years because I got it while I was in college. And couldn't even tell you. Like I did have it relatively recently, like within the last 2 months. I charged it and I used it for like a day, not to read books on. But I'm just I'm a pen and paper and a real book type of person. So I hope that you enjoyed this, and I will see you next time, and I can't wait to start using this. Let me know where you get your planners down below. Thanks. Bye.